Some breaking news to pass along to you. The Pfizer vaccine, officially the first COVID vaccine to receive full FDA approval, and it became official here just a short time ago.
News 8's Chris Groh is live outside the Pfizer campus in La Jolla with what this means going forward, possibly a boost for some who were waiting for this. Chris?
This is a monumental step here in the process. In fact, what we're being told is that the FDA has never had so many people taking this shot. Essentially, that this is the most evidence they've ever received in order to approve a shot. So again, that should be giving a lot of people confidence that have already received the Pfizer vaccine during emergency use authorization, but also potentially those who have been holding out, saying that, look, they just don't feel ready, that they feel like this was rushed. Well, now it has been approved. So let's talk about that. Now, the impacts and the implications that this could have moving forward. A lot of medical experts have been talking about that vaccine hesitancy, and they feel that with the approval here, now that we're moving away from the step of emergency use authorization, now that that's out of the way, that there will be a lot more people signing up. But let's talk about the data and the trials that were conducted. Now, in the emergency use authorization trials, 37,000 people were studied in order to try to see what side effects or what the efficacy was here for the Pfizer vaccine. Well, then they did another one for the full approval, and they had more than 44,000 people followed for 6 months. Plus, there's this piece of data. More than 200 million Pfizer doses have already been administered in the U.S. and hundreds of millions more worldwide since that emergency use began in December. Now, the CDC also says that any serious and long-term side effects are extremely unlikely. History shows any side effect generally happens within the first 6 weeks of receiving a vaccine. So look, the evidence is there, the data is there, and federal regulators feel good enough to sign off on the vaccine for both its safety and efficacy. Now, the next piece of this, the legal side. Full use allows for public entities like schools and private companies to now mandate or require this vaccine. Dr. Ashish Jha spoke with CBS this morning about that impact, but again, also, he's one of the many voices echoing that sentiment that with full approval, there's likely going to be a wave of people now signing up for their first dose of the vaccine.
And I actually think it's going to end up making a pretty big difference. I mean, for some people, the emergency use has been a barrier to getting vaccinated. And for a lot of companies and businesses and schools, they have been waiting for this full approval before mandating vaccines. So I think it's going to set off a whole new wave of vaccinations, which I think will be very helpful given where we are as a country.
And so look, this is only fully approved for those ages 16 and up. But Pfizer is also still right now the only vaccine approved for those ages 12 to 15. Moderna is trying to get that emergency use authorization there for those 12 to 16, that age group there that right now, again, kind of in limbo. But again, full use authorization here for the Pfizer vaccine. Eric and Stella.